Welcome. This is going to be part one of a three-part video series where we're going to be talking about mental and emotional health. This is a relevant topic because the last year and a half has been very challenging to many of us because of COVID and different things going on in the world. And secondly, I just like the topic of mental, emotional health. And then thirdly is it's just very clinically relevant. People come in here usually with pain, but it's attached to an emotion. It's causing stress, anxiety, the fear that they might lose their job, or they're not there for their children as much as they would like to be. They're not being the best parents that they envision that they would be at this point in their life because of something going on in their spine. So it's for those three reasons. And whenever we talk about mental, emotional health, you really can't separate them. This video, we're going to be talking mainly about emotions. Now, the first thing is any successful pep talk before a football game, the coach has the task of taking the players from fear to courage, playing the opposites game, resonating, understanding their emotion, motivating them to be fearless so that they can go out and beat the other team. Because any smart gridiron warrior knows that they can get hurt on any given play. And playing the opposites game, I'm reminded of this email that I received. This was back before the social media days. So you got chain emails, sometimes they're jokes, sometimes they're trivia, sometimes it's this unsuspecting clown popping out and scaring you. Well, this one had to do with a negative emotions checklist. And it was literally from A to Z: anxious, blue, crushed, depressed, empty, fearful, greedy. I memorized the alphabet along these alphabetized emotions. And I didn't do that at first. I did it because I realized that it was very, very helpful for me. See, because I realized that at any given moment, I resonated with one of those negative emotions more than the others. Am I a negative person? I don't think so. I think I'm optimistic. But there's a lot of insight to be gained from understanding why we feel a certain way, because when we can capture that and kind of reverse engineer it and ask ourselves, why do I feel this way? And that's what I did. That's how I knew this worked. I understood which emotion. I was like, yeah, that worked. And then I did it again. I said, now why do I feel this way? And what does it mean? And I was motivated to journal about it, okay? Because it just somehow struck me and I didn't want to lose. I wanted to capture that thought. Now, if you happen to not quite resonate with any of those emotions, I want you to really think about that certain movie clip, and you know the one, tough guy, where if you watched it right now, you would have maybe a little tear come to the corner of your eye. Imagine yourself watching that clip for the first time. And then if I paused the movie and I said, Steve, Bob, Mary, what are you feeling right now? Why do you feel this way, and what does it mean? I can practically guarantee you that if you could capture your words through the tears of and you could say something that was coherent, I can pretty much guarantee it would be journal worthy, that could be helpful for you at a later time. Emotions, the negative emotion, playing the opposites game. What's the opposite of that emotion? Go through the reasoning process. See, because you have feelings, but our thoughts create our feelings, and our feelings create our actions. So it's a really, really useful insight to understand why you're feeling a certain way. So that's what I'd like to task you with right now, is just really study your emotion. You might feel kind of mundane, you're just going through your emails and whatever, and you decide to click on this video. Thank you for doing that, by the way. But just figure out which emotion do you resonate with most right now, or think of that video clip that brings a tear of joy or sadness to you, and just write about it. Why do you feel that way, and what does it mean?